I'm Anne McClain. I'm a NASA astronaut from the class of 2013, and my background is aerospace engineering, helicopter flying, and I'm a test pilot. You know, I've never had a bad job. I think every job can teach you something else. I learned about being punctual, pulling my weight, and being a good teammate. I learned a lot of patience being a ski instructor. That was very important. That's come into play. So I haven't really had no bad jobs. For students, I would say you have to dream big, and then you have to do all the work behind it. And so a lot of people ask when I decided I wanted to be an astronaut. And I always say the first time was when I was 3 years old. But I had to remake that decision thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And it's when you take a class that you don't know if you can pass. It's when you apply to a school that you don't know if you can get into. It's when you try out for a sports team that you don't know if you can make. It's when you make the right choices. You stay off drugs. You stay dedicated to your studies. Those are all the decisions that lead to success. And you have to make the right decision over and over and over and over again. And so what I tell students is that when you make all those right decisions, your dreams will come true. And so just keep ticking them off, and stay dedicated and work hard. My heroes are absolutely teachers. I mentioned that I wouldn't be where I was if I didn't have a couple key teachers at the right times believing in me. And today, across our nation, across the world, teachers are showing up every day to classrooms of kids, and they're inspiring, they're putting their heart into it. When I drop my son off at school, I look at his teachers, and every day they get up in order to give themselves to our children. And that's actually really what makes a huge difference. Not often enough as adults do we call our teachers back and we say thank you. So for everybody listening out there, I want you to pick up the phone, I want you to open up an email, and I want you to tell a teacher thank you, because they're absolutely critical and they change our lives. So the process to getting really good at something and mastering something, here's the big secret. True masters know that there's always more to learn. So if you want to really master something, then you always have to be open to learning. You have to say, you have to do something 100 times, and then on the 101st time, something's a little bit different. You fly your aircraft and you notice something a little bit different, and you have to say, wait a minute, I need to adjust the way I'm doing it. So the true masters of any profession are constantly adapting and adjusting. Think about it as a sports team. One soccer team doesn't have one strategy to win every single game, right? If they're going to be true masters and they're going to be true champions, they're going to make small adjustments all the time. And as astronauts, we do the same thing. We all came from really different backgrounds. Now we're working at NASA, and all of us had to adjust, how we define success, the way that we worked in teams, because our backgrounds wasn't enough. And so the way that we became true masters of what we do is constantly adapting, changing, and learning. I get asked about failure a lot and whether I've failed, and I will say yes, I have. And the key is how you define that failure. So for myself, I've never been in part of an organization that sets a higher bar for performance than what I set for myself. And what's interesting about that is because I set such a high bar for myself, I have experienced failures that feel just the same as everybody else's failures, but maybe from the outside, the world doesn't say that I'm necessarily failing. I didn't get kicked out of a school or something like that, but I haven't performed as well as I want to do on tests. I got cut from sports teams that I absolutely thought I wanted. I didn't get picked up for one of the jobs I wanted in the military, I really wanted, and they told me no. And I had to deal with those, but what I realized was with every seeming failure, I had this amazing door and incredible opportunity to open up. And so nowadays, if something like that happens to me and I don't make something, or I don't get picked for something, or I'm in a different job than what I wanted, in the back of my mind, I automatically say, wait a minute, what am I going to go do? What does this mean? This means that I'm going to be, go do something that I didn't even expect, and it's going to be amazing. And so, you're going to experience failure, and the key is to keep getting up, set your own bar high, work hard, and make yourself proud, and you'll get what you want.